Okay, so what is SEMA? Well, most people know it for the show, the huge center of the automotive universe that happens every year, where tire makers, automakers, the performance aftermarket all come together to show off their newest things. But actually, behind the scenes is a massive organization of thousands of parts companies and a couple hundred people that help put it all together and represent the aftermarket in various places. I found out there's a huge facility in Diamond Bar, California, where there's an actual SEMA garage and a SEMA emissions testing facility and a huge database of OEM parts and a place where the aftermarket can go to engineer and get help. It's one of the biggest things SEMA does for its members, actually, that isn't just the show, it is actual help building parts. It's a one-stop shop for everybody to use so that they can make better parts or better cars. So I met up with CEO and President Mike Spagnola to tour the facility and show you around.
So, virtually any tool to develop, we've built full project vehicles here, but just about any sort of tool that you would see at a normal, good end garage, we've got here. So lifts, all those sorts of things. That happens to be my Z, yeah. So I was able to get, actually one of the first ones that came to the US. There was a stick, serial number 33. It's got raised wheels, it's got Michelin Pilot Sports, KW suspension, Brembo brakes.
Sick car.
Gritty exhaust, it's got nice tune, got some nice intakes. And so unfortunately I don't get to drive it much, but it's been a fun vehicle.
But I mean, here, this is a fully functioning workshop, and it's for member usage or mainly?
Yeah, for member usage. I mean, we've built project vehicles here. We've built project vehicles that we will fully customize for charity. We might build a vehicle here, take it to Barrett-Jackson, auction it off for charity, but all of that happens here. We've done a lot of instructional here. We work with a lot of students here, all those sorts of things. We took a 71 Maverick, pulled the motor out. We did that project with Sung Kang, some young students, and then that was a really cool project because, besides getting to work with students for the whole summer really, the 6-cylinder stock motor was 72 horsepower. We pulled that out, put in this EcoBoost motor, and it was 300 horsepower. I think it was 120 times cleaner than the original straight six. So
it's a demonstration of how good it is now.
So a lot more horsepower, a lot cleaner, and really just that whole conversion piece.
The next most interesting thing is the emissions lab, which honestly, the word emissions lab is boring and I'm going to fall asleep talking about it, but it is interesting because this is how you get go fast parts on your slow cars. You can test a turbo kit or a supercharger kit or an intake or an exhaust, make sure it's emissions compliant, and make sure that parts companies can sell them in California and the rest of the US. So it's actually a $12 million lab used in the name of good and fun.
This is where the enemy of enthusiasts lives. Oh, it's just normal cars in here.
So this is really what we call our soak room. There's about $5 million worth of equipment in here.
Okay.
The vehicle will come in here, it's got to sit about 12 hours at about 75 degrees, just so it's got a standard so that if we were here or in Denver or in Florida.
Oh, it's for cold start?
It's for cold start, right. So the vehicles will sit here, cold start, for about 12 hours, just to make sure everything cools down on the car, that there's no heat left in the engine, those sorts of things. And then we will push the vehicle into the emissions lab. It'll run on the dyno, and it's got a trace on it. So there's different tests that CARB prescribes, right? And so test is the same whether, again, it's here or whether it's in Florida. Yeah. The car will have to cold start, and then we'll do a driver's trace. So the driver's trace will say, car's got to go from 0 to 20 miles an hour, down to 10, up to 50, down to 40. So there's a prescribed test that every lab does the exact same drive trace at the exact same time over a period of time. And then we understand what's coming out the tailpipe. We can read those emissions. We have 2 of these labs, one here, of course, in Diamond Bar, and one in Detroit, Michigan.
Is this booked up often, this lab?
Booked up all the time, yeah. So there's only about 35 of these labs in the US.
So there's less than states.
yeah. And that actually perform aftermarket work. There's more than that do OE work, but for the aftermarket, and again, we are about 50% of all those applications that go through CARB every year.
Understood.
So really big benefit for our members.
I don't know if you could talk about what was the cost to build something like this?
So we built a new lab in Detroit, Michigan 2 years ago, and it was about a $12 million investment.
$12 million to have no fun.
And have no fun. And by the way, it's about 18 months to order the product, which is a little bit like what we were talking about earlier. But these machines take about 18 months, come from Germany.
Specialized.
Very, very specialized equipment. Road fan that goes with it. So the road fan, that air actually moves up and down with the speed of the vehicle. So you're really simulating the
airflow and
all.
Because that also matters to emissions too, is
Right.
what's going in.
Right.
Intake.
Yeah, airflow plays a big part.
Yeah. Zollner. Wow. Okay, this is fascinating. Yeah, because this is all just laboratory equipment.
This is where we will do particle. So, for example, on a diesel truck, we have these filters that go into the machine, and we weigh them. This scale weighs them ahead of time, so we know what that filter is. We zero it out, and then that filter goes into the machine. And as we do our emissions testing, it picks up the particulates. So we know how many particulates are.
Right, so
you
it's for DPF kind of thing.
Yeah, so you can see with like those
the black
really black ones, you can see how many particulates it's really picked up. So, you know, this machine's about $250,000. That scale's about $30,000.
Oh, because it's how many decimals does it have?
It's
a 4 decimal machine. Oh no, wait, no, it's more than that. That's incredible. Yeah.
It's incredible. So all that goes into, you know, a packet that we deliver to CARB. You know, what we found was our members weren't necessarily getting their emissions testing done. So when I came on, we went and talked to them to say, you know, why aren't you getting your work done? Yeah. And what we found was, can't find a lab that could do the work. So, okay, we got to build a lab. Yeah. Don't know, the paperwork's confusing, so we'll find people to fill out the paperwork.
Yeah, basically it was a pain in the ass.
You know, cost was an issue. Okay, so we're going to do it at just kind of really what our goal was, and we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. This department actually runs at a loss for us, but it's here to help our manufacturers.
It's providing a service.
Provide a service, right? Because if we don't do that, next thing we know, those manufacturers are out of business. And then upstairs, and you know, they're pulling booth space today,
yes.
But upstairs normally is a training room. So we have in both of our facilities. By the way, our Detroit facility is about 4 times this size.
Really?
And it's just absolutely gorgeous.
To increase to house the ADAS stuff. Right?
Yeah, well, and to do more and more emissions work. So one of the problems with this garage, while we can do work here, you can only soak so many cars at a time. Right. We can soak about 30 cars at a time in Detroit.
Are you building up like a library of a bunch of just different cars to have a reference data for members?
Yeah, we actually go out and buy vehicles as well. So let's say we got 10 manufacturers that are going to build a product for a 1990 Ford diesel truck. We'll go buy that truck, let them use it for product development, and let them use it for emissions testing, and then we get those 10 manufacturers through that process, sell the truck back off. So we'll go as far as even trying to find vehicles.
Understood. It's incredible. Yeah, it's providing a service. Yeah, it's saving the aftermarket.
Yeah, it is.
It actually is.
Yeah, saving the aftermarket one member and one part at a time.
Right, correct. Yeah, the proof's in the pudding too. Yeah, it's grown a lot since. But this facility is incredible. Look at that. And again, to have no fun.
Yeah.